Well, you don't often get better sights than this. 6 incredibly cool kilo plus size pieces of silver glinting away in the sunlight. And in today's video, we're going to show them turn from molten 1100 degrees centigrade silver into these wonderful pieces. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and thank you for joining me on this exceptionally sunny day, which is actually working incredibly well to highlight these stunning kilo plus pieces that I've been working on over the last couple of weeks. We had a big commission from a customer who wanted 4 1 kilo cubes with different rooms of the house and one for home stamped up. So we've got office, study, loo and home, all new pieces into the kilo plus series that we've been doing. And also we've done another incredibly cool elemental style design with hammered sides. This one is known as Argent Provocateur 2020, the 20th in the Kilo Plus series. And then the pièce de la résistance to finish up this set of kilos. We did a kilo Rolo round with hammered everything, hammered sides everywhere. This one is as yet unclaimed. I have made this with the idea that somebody who it speaks to will get in touch and we can look to get this to you. So if you're interested, stick around to the end of the video and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. For now though, we're going to jump over to the silver pouring bench and we'll show these 4 pieces getting poured, this one getting cast. Unfortunately, the video file for this one was corrupted, which is a really annoying thing, but nevertheless, we've got some very cool things from the pouring bench to talk about and showcase for you here. So here we are over at the pouring bench, and this is a commentary. I'm not actually pouring as I'm talking, because pouring a kilo of molten 1100 degree silver is a pretty dangerous thing to do. It's so heavy, so dense, and a lot can go wrong. So we are talking over this pouring compilation. And as you can see here, we've got the first piece underway. It's gone in. It takes quite a long time. This is all in real time, by the way, to actually solidify. The amount of heat that is pumped out from that crucible and the cube mold there with all of that silver in is undescribable. It's incredible. It really is. And you can see there we have the cube all done. And this is the first one, Study. You can see after I've given it a quick clean, it absolutely just leaps alive with character. The laser etched hallmarking on the sides here from the Edinburgh office are awesome as well. Moving on to the second one. Now you guys will see there's loads of different graphite molds and things all positioned around this cube mold, and that's partly because of my paranoia. I genuinely am really having heart palpitations sometimes when pouring this stuff because it is dangerous, and if I miss the mold or if there's a slippage or something, I would not want it to splash about everywhere and go all over the place. I do work from my kitchen after all. Now you can see the second one here. We've got a very similar kind of pattern forming in all 4 of these with a nice central cooling ripple pool. There are of course lots of different patterns that you could look to achieve with your poured silver if you want to. But one thing that's really cool is you'll see on the edges of these bars, of these cubes, there are these wonderful striations. This is number 17 in the Kilo series, Home. Again, fantastic work from the Edinburgh office. Third one up now. It doesn't get better than pouring kilos and kilos of silver, let me tell you, but you do have to make sure that everything is just right to go. This whole process takes a good couple of hours to heat up the silver alone. It's not something people really think about, that the furnace does actually take pretty close to an hour just to get up to temperature, and then melting a kilo's worth of silver can actually take close to an hour and a half to 2 hours, so the whole process is pretty lengthy. Very carefully pouring in the silver here, as I have been doing all of these. It doesn't change. Even making 4 of these in a row, it still doesn't alleviate any of the stresses on my heart as I pour them. Every single time it's really, really racing. And one of the tricks here is to wiggle and wobble this mold with the hand rather than the graphite crucible, because the whole thing, the whole unit there is like 1.5 kilos. That mold is very big and heavy, and it really, really is hard to get those ripples going. So tapping it with your glove is the best option for me. Now we have Lou, fantastic name for a big kilo piece. Number 18 in the Kilo series. You'll see these are all a little bit over a kilo. There's ranging in weights from 1,030, I believe, which is the last one. This one you're about to see, up to 1,049 grams. We always want to get above that threshold of 1 kilo, so I always over pour it just to make sure, because you get only one shot at pouring these kilo cubes. let me tell you, they don't fit back into these big graphite crucibles that I use, and chopping up something this size would not be very easy. Now, the one thing I haven't talked about in this video is you'll see there's some yellow stuff floating on the top of that silver there, and that is some of the graphite that comes out from the graphite crucible as it degrades over time with the heat. That all cleans off, as you can see from the final photos of a lot of these pieces, all of these pieces, that we get them looking really good, and I clean them using basically vinegar and some very, very, very fine grit sandpaper, and it works a treat. As you can see here, absolutely no discoloration left on the piece at all, and a wonderful way to finish these 4 very cool kilo plus cubes for this customer with number 19 there, 1,030 grams. Hopefully you'll get some good work done in the office. Here they are, all 4 together. It's actually quite cathartic to have all 4 of these cubes out in one place, and I'm glad in a way that they are all going to the same customer, because they're a set, they're a fantastic thing to look at, and the majesty of all 4 of them together is pretty exciting. So a big thank you to the customer for taking the faith in us to produce these for him, and I hope he likes it, and I hope he likes this video as well. Now the last little bit to show you here is actually something completely different. So this is a cast silver Rolo. Now we've been able to put exactly 1 kilo in here. You'll notice that from the others we're over 1 kilo, all the cubes and poured pieces are over 1 kilo, but this is just going to sit here now and solidify. This is in real time, by the way, so it does take quite a while for the silver to actually completely solidify, and I am always, again, really paranoid about this kind of thing. I did have one previous to this, which we left in the furnace to cool, just in case there was ever a graphite crucible failure or blowout. But everything worked out all right, and as it was cooling out in the open air rather than in the furnace, it cooled a lot quicker. I mean, this is still a very slow process for it to cool and solidify, but the one that was in the furnace took a good 15 minutes to solidify, whereas this one, as you can see, is already starting to go from the outside in, and it creates this incredible kind of concave feel to it as it goes. Now there is a lot of really great texture and striation and really interesting features on the top of this, but ultimately it needed to be cleaned up. It's really interesting with the silver, the yellow bits right in the middle, it attracts all the kind of impurities, the graphite basically that's left over from the graphite crucible, and those kind of end up sticking up and out of the silver. So to hammer them, cut them away and hammer them away and then get this nice smooth finish with the hammer is really important for us, and that's what I like. Took an absolute age to hammer all of these pieces, this piece in particular. The sides, there's so much surface area. So there we have the big kilo, and we are going to talk in a little moment about how you can grab hold of this piece. So I hope you enjoyed that little ride along on the pouring bench. I really enjoyed doing those basically commentary style videos when the silver's pouring. I don't like talking whilst I'm pouring. It's a really important thing, certainly with kilo plus size pieces, to be super focused and super concentrating on what you do, because the slightest mistake can lead to pretty serious consequences and disasters if you spill a kilo of molten silver. So yeah, I hope you enjoy those. Please let me know your feedback down in the comment section. Now, I said at the start of the video that this kilo round here, this Rolo kilo, is actually available. But the way that we do these kilo pieces to help with our business turnover is that you would have to send me a kilo of silver plus the fee for my time in hallmarking, the laser etched hallmarking as well on all of these. So if you're interested, please do get in touch. My email address is down in the description box, so go ahead and have a look there. It's byb@backyardbullion.com, and you can just see all of the different bits that you might want to know about it. And yeah, get in touch if you're interested. Otherwise, if there's a cube or something you want to commission, we can do a similar thing like that. Just get in touch. Otherwise, just let me know your thoughts on these. And I'm sorry for the lighting being so weird on these film segments on the table, but I kind of felt like the sunlight here was just pretty incredible to showcase the wonderful ripples. There will be individual videos coming out for these 4 pieces, so if you want to get a closer look at all of the different ripples as they appear, then we can definitely showcase those at some point. But otherwise, that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let YouTube know by hitting the thumbs up button if you've not done so already. Otherwise, that's it from me. Take care. See you on the next one. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.